The biggest story in trucking in the last few weeks has been the shuttering of Convoy, a leading digital freight broker. There's been a lot of talk about the shutdown after they abruptly wiped clean their load board on October 18th. But with all the news coming out about this big Convoy meltdown, there's been very little said about how their sudden exit from the freight industry might be affecting carriers. So let's talk about that. I'm Caroline, your trucking business professor here at the Bobtail Help Desk. My goal is to help your trucking business thrive. If that sounds good to you, subscribe to the channel. Okay, let's start with the basics. What is, or was, Convoy? Convoy is a digital freight brokerage founded in 2015 to find smarter ways to connect shippers with carriers while solving some of the toughest problems that result in waste in the freight industry. They developed what many industry leaders believe to be one of the most sophisticated technological platforms in logistics. Based in Seattle, Convoy attracted an impressive amount of technological talent and high-profile investors, including Jeff Bezos and Bill Gates. And it was valued at $3.8 billion as late as 2022. So what happened? Well, rumors were circulating about Convoy seeking out an acquirer early this year. But when the company decided to shut down all core business operations on October 19th, it was clear that they hadn't been able to come up with a deal. Convoy CEO and co-founder Dan Lewis wrote a letter to employees stating that the company would keep only a small team to finish closing down operations and explore future strategic options. But why did this happen? With all the hype around Convoy's promises to revolutionize the trucking industry, what went wrong? Well, it turns out that 2022 wasn't exactly a great year to aggressively grow a company in the freight industry. The downturn in the freight market in mid-2022, combined with the hike in interest rates, created a perfect storm for Convoy's downfall. In short, thin profit margins combined with an increasing cost of capital don't mix. So is Convoy shutting their doors a bad omen for all freight brokerages? Well, while the bankruptcies of mid-size carriers like Flagship Transport and large carriers like Yellow have dominated headlines, brokers are also facing similar fates. In fact, the number of freight brokerages nationwide is at its lowest point since 2015, according to FreightWave's Sonar. Other brokerages that filed for bankruptcy this year include Surge Transportation and TransPlus Freight System. And according to Craig Fuller of FreightWaves, other mid-sized brokerages are heading the same way as Convoy, as the gap between spot and contract market rates close. So how does this affect carriers? Well, in the short term, if you liked hauling for Convoy, this is, of course, bad news. But the pain of unpaid loads is probably a bigger concern for carriers at the moment who have outstanding invoices. Depending on how the next few weeks play out, carriers may continue to get payments from Convoy, or in the case of bankruptcy, they may be able to get some money from their bond. In the medium term, a collapse of multiple mid-sized freight brokerages could cause a lot of harm to carriers through unpaid invoices or as they deal with chargebacks from factored invoices. In light of all of this uncertainty, here are some ways that you as a trucking company can help protect your business. First is to learn to read financial health metrics for brokers. You can find metrics like credit scores and days to pay on your load board or maybe on your factoring app. The broker's credit score and history is an indication of their ability to pay owed money. Days to pay is the average time it takes for a broker to pay for a load. When these metrics stay steady over a long period of time, this is a good sign that the broker has been able to maintain some level of financial stability. Remember, though, that it's not enough just to look at these numbers in the moment. Analyzing trends can give you more insight into the broker's future ability to pay. For example, if the broker's credit score is trending downward and their days to pay is going up, this combination could be a sign of financial uncertainty or mismanagement. For those factoring with us here at Bobtail, the credit rating we provide on brokers includes metrics like time in the business credit score, days to pay, and payment history with Bobtail. Our system provides a more complete picture of the broker's financial health than other systems on the market. You can factor invoices with us for brokers who score anywhere from A to D. And while you can still work with carriers that have an F credit rating with Bobtail, we highly recommend that you don't. If every resource available to us as a factoring company has not gotten them to pay us for invoices, there's very little to suggest that they'll pay you for those same invoices. Next is to stay informed with industry news and read between the lines. Convoy's collapse was not a big surprise to anyone who was really keeping up with the industry. Back in August, FreightWaves published an article reporting that Convoy had hired advisors to explore strategic options that could include a sale of the company, indicating that they were not in the best place financially. People who paid attention to this news back in August thought twice before booking a load with Convoy. Some of the top freight media outlets include FreightWaves, Landline, and Overdrive. The more you read and watch from those trusted sources, the better you'll be able to anticipate and prepare for changes in the industry. Knowledge is power. It's a cliche for a reason. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, give it a like and subscribe to our channel for more trucking business videos. Don't forget, we have a Facebook group, the Bobtail Help Desk, where you can get all your questions answered about trucking by our experts here at Bobtail. And I'll see you in the next video.